Hey, what's up, classic TV fans? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy, more specifically about this really cool Easter egg, or in other words, this really cool item that you may have never noticed on this episode of I Love Lucy. I was simply blown away when I saw this not too long ago. But before I get into the video, I do want to let you know that I'm doing a giveaway. Usually I give away free DVDs to people who support the channel, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. The Christmas season is fast approaching, and I'm going to be giving away some ornaments. But in this video, one of these hand-painted wooden ornaments. They're done by a really great supporter of my channel, Marianne, and she is fantastic, super talented, small business owner, and I love to support small business owners, people who support me. She supports the videos that I do, and I'm going to give one of these away to you. So make sure to watch the entire video to see how you can win. And I'll also put a link in the description below the giveaway where you can go check out her Etsy page, other stuff she paints and has for you to enjoy. So let's get right to it. The specific episode that I'm referring to from I Love Lucy is number 15. It's from season 1 and it's called Lucy Plays Cupid. Now it's a strange one. I can't say that it's one of my favorites, but I did watch it not too long ago and I did enjoy it for the most part. Now we have supporting actors and actress B. Benaderet and Edward Everett Horton. Now what's interesting about this is there is no Vivian Vance or Bill Frawley in this episode. They are really missed. I don't want to say they're replaced by B. Benaderet and Edward Everett Horton, but I mean, they were a good addition. It's almost like if we couldn't have Vivian and Bill, well, at least we had B and Edward. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit more specifically about B herself. Now, she played Lucy's best friend on Lucy's radio show, My Favorite Husband. Now, that predated I Love Lucy. It was essentially what gave inspiration to the TV show I Love Lucy. Now, B was only in her mid-40s when this episode was filmed, and she played a granny type character, at least like a spinstress, you know, someone who really was never married and was a bit older in age. They did make up her to look a lot older. Now, in this episode, Lucy's neighbor, old Miss Lewis, played by B, of course, she's infatuated with Mr. Ritter, played by Horton, the grocer. Now, in this one, Lucy has agreed to help Miss Lewis to snare the old man, and Ricky forbids her to get involved. There's always shenanigans between both of them. Now, a determined Lucy doesn't listen to him, and she delivers an invitation to Mr. Ritter for dinner. Now, he misunderstands this letter, thinking that Lucy's the one who's interested in him, so she must find some way to turn him off. How does she do that? Well, she dresses in ratty clothing. She cooks him a meal that is truly horrible. It actually reminds me a lot of the episode later on with Mr. Littlefield, played by Gil Gordon, in which they have a disaster dinner. Both are really good episodes, and I think this is my favorite scene of this episode because it's just so well done. Horton is fantastic. His chemistry with Lucille Ball and their back and forth, it's really funny, and his disgust at all of the shenanigans that Lucy is up to. But my point is looking directly, roughly in the middle of the episode, where we do get to see the character Miss Lewis and her apartment. Now, she is, as I mentioned, this old lady, old, bachelorette, never got married in that sense. And if you look, there is something on the side of the camera. It is a bird cage. And many people may not think too much of it, but I thought a lot of it. Now, think about this. We have B. Benaderet, who's playing this older character. She's made to look like a granny. And that's really interesting because, in fact, she was Granny. No, literally, she was Granny, the voice of Granny in Looney Tunes. Yep, you guessed it. With, Looney Tunes, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the cat, all that good stuff. She was the official voice from the 30s, 40s, going into the 50s, where June Foray later took over. Now, you may think, what's so interesting about that? Well, you always saw the birdcage, Tweety's birdcage. And in I Love Lucy, I think this is a playback, kind of a little Easter egg, something that the producer, maybe even Desi Arnaz, hid in the side to see how many people would notice it. This is essentially the life incarnation of Granny with the Tweety bird cage, and there's even a fake little bird inside, which is so cool. So if ever you watch this episode, look out for the bird cage, look out for the little fake Tweety bird in there, and it's just so cool to see. Now, it doesn't look exactly like Tweety bird, but it's a little bird, and I think that is so cool. How many of you actually noticed this? Be honest, let me know down below. I find these things all the time in my videos, so make sure to watch and enjoy all the many things I have for you on this channel. Now, we know that a lot of you want to know how to win this ornament. It's really cool, it's really fun, it's hand painted, and again, it's free of charge to you. All you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel. So if you haven't yet, what have you been waiting for? It's absolutely free to do so. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, like button, it's the same thing, and leave a comment down below. Make sure Tweety bird is in the comment. As long as you have Tweety bird, those 2 words in the comment, you can write anything you want. Just make sure Tweety bird is in there. I'll choose a person at random. And then lastly, there's a link in the description for your contact information. Submit that so I know when I pick the winner where to send the ornament to. Good luck to everyone. I'll be choosing a winner very, very soon. Thanks so much for the support, and most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you to everyone for their support, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Greg S., Ricky, Sally N., Citizen Kane 359, David D., Kevin K., Vito L., and honorary patron Verbal Volley. If you want to be listed here, make sure to check out the links in the description. Thank you.